Let's be honest. This is probably what I'm playing at the Open. Yeah, Caracas can't bounce Keranos. It's not going to be a creature. I cannot play a deck other than what I already currently have on Magic Online because Card Hoarder did not reset my bot credit, and I am not putting money into Magic Online. Don't want to make any changes to this. Have I been happy with the Godo Batterskull package? I'm not sure if I've been happy with the 3/3 and no Inferno Titans. I think that's something that's going to. I think I want some Titans back. No, Pyromancy's functional, which is nice. I don't know. I don't think I've played enough to really get a feel for this. The problem is these cards aren't great against Storm. Yeah, no Inferno Titan feels like it's wrong. You just go down to 2 and 2. Just play like 2 of each. Just like super coward splits in all direction. Yeah, we've sat through a lot of everything. You can fit a lot of stuff into 24 hours, believe it or not. We did the 5 shards and we played through a couple of gauntlets and we're just doing all sorts of things. Did you like Revoker? I think I like Revoker. I want to play it in another league. I've only played it in one league. Actually, this one Pyroblast has been super meh. I think I'd like another piece of disruption that's permanent based instead of this Pyroblast. We're gonna close the stream out with some Hex. Sure, I have 210 event tickets. Yeah, that's not happening. I'm gonna maybe toy around with the. Do you think Nahiri Court is a good deck for the WMCQ? Yeah, it's probably fine. Most things in Modern I would file under probably fine. Crashes your router. That's funny. All right, we just crossed into the 9:15 hour mark. Do foil white border cards even names? They do not. What is the time on this stream? We're currently just crossed the 15-hour mark. Just clipping right along into the big red portion of the night. The split second on Sudden Shock is pretty important. It kills things out of Force of Will decks like Containment Priest. It tags things around Mother of Runes. Someone asked earlier about Kozilek's return in the Sneak and Show sideboard. I've got one here as well. This is colorless, so Mother of Runes can't prevent damage from it, which is important. Dum da dum da dum da dum da dum da dum. What other hate card could this be? Dum da dum da dum. I don't think I want a 4th Trinisphere. It's been a little awkward. Shot off a firework for the 15th hour. Thank you. Can flashback return with Evercool? You are technically correct. You are technically correct, player. Play a Boyle. I kind of want this to be a card. God, Boyle could be fine, right? That's really funny. It's just like another card that just like hoses miracles. I could get behind a Boyle. God, why did I just join this league? God, Boyle. We should play a Boyle. That sounds hot. One Mize Boyle on the board. Pyromancy is functional on Magic Online again. I don't ask me when they fixed it, but we tried it and it worked. Boyle sounds great. And Boyle, while their Blood Moon still kills the non-basic lands, right? If I recall correctly. Pyromancy is mostly for the Miracles matchup. It also comes in against other random control decks. It's fine against like Sneak and Show. The Sneak and Show matchup's kind of hard. The Sneak and Show matchup's kind of hard for this deck that I'm playing, but I think that's fine because Sneak and Show's not a very good deck right now. Lost the die roll. That's unfortunate. This hand does not have much mana in it. Too much stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan this. Doesn't do anything. This hand just needs a fatty, and we get a scry. Well, there's a fatty. Turn 2 worm. Don't Thoughtseize me. Since not the greatest against the blue deck. Oh, we're hoping to play against something non-interactive. Silence. We could play. I've played Defense Grid before, but Defense Grid's like solid medium. Fixing Fringe, yeah. Fixing the Fringe Legacy card is probably easier than fixing Wall of Roots. Alright. No force, no 3/4 on top. Watch him just have a 3 on top of his deck. Alright, counterbalance. Yep. Alright, no force any dice here. Come on, come on. Yeah, dead. Sweet. Good times. Good times were had by all. Squad goals, etc. Put this Godo onto the table. Boyle is an instant. Yep, we just won. No force. Grab the batteriest of all the skulls. Yep, that's fine. Last mana can float. And then Godo untaps himself and all my other samurai, and there's an additional combat step here. Dead. Fun and interactive Magic. Yep, both teams tried hard, etc., etc. Alright, so Seething Song was okay there, but it comes out against counter Magic decks. And Blood Moon's not good against Miracle. So we'll bring in Pyromancy. We'll bring in Phyrexian Revoker. We'll bring in Pyroblast. We'll bring in Sudden Shock. And we'll bring in a Trinisphere. This is my usual board configuration. God, if this was a Boyle, that would be so good. That would be so good if this was a Boyle. Do I want this Trinisphere? Do I want more Trinispheres? Inferno Titan's a solid medium in this matchup. I'm always on the fence about Trinispheres. Maybe we'll bring in more Trinispheres on the play. Thanks, Kabagawa, right? Counterspell at head, bashing is under the keyboard, hopefully. Hopefully. One can only hope. I like this hand a lot against Miracles. It's very threat dense and has plenty of mana. They did fix Pyromancy. It's great. Basic Plains top, sure. Ancient Tomb. Ancient Tomb. Ancient Tomb. Ancient Tomb. Sudden Shock. So, I could play this. I'm just going to wait. He already has the top in play. If we were on the play, I'd probably have gone City Chalice, but Chalice Run's pretty reasonable in this matchup, like against most decks in Legacy. Just hit a fatty, and then we've got multiple threats there. Batterskull's just no... Okay. Alright, good. God bless you. No top, no blue source is ambitious. Maybe he has a force. He's got to have a force, right? That's why you keep that opener. And he's forcing this. Maybe he has two forces. And again, so like my opponent felt obligated to force that. They probably have to force this. They definitely have to force this. So what was wrong with Pyromancy? Pyromancy would make your opponent discard occasionally. It picked the card that was discarded at random from between both players' hands. Play the sneak attack, which also has to be forced unless he has a wear tear. Alright, had two forces, that's why I kept his hand. Sure, makes sense. Thank you. Let's see if he has a third force and a third blue card. Play the City of Traders. Play through the breach. Wow. All right, that explains why he kept the hand that I thought was odd. Maybe I should have led on the Batterskull. I'd let him, if I knew he had the third force, I'd definitely lead on the Batterskull. 100% of the time lead on the Batterskull. We're getting clicked? This has to be getting clicked, right? He has counterspell for Batterskull, I'm quitting. Our hand's pretty good here. We can kill this, or we play Batterskull this turn. Either one. If he clicks us, we might get to cast the Inferno Titan even. I think you would take the Batterskull, right? And just, like, risk losing to the Inferno Titan. He could also, like, click us into a Through the Breach. All of his choices suck. Yep, just left them all there. Am I... Yeah, I'm just doing this, and then playing this out. And then I'm just going to go ahead and play Batterskull, and then Sudden Shock this click. It was only the third force, but yeah, I agree. I don't think we're supposed to play her on the third force. Alright. And Batterskull's just punching the clock and going to work. Not having a second red for the Inferno Titan's a little meh, but the rest of it's fine. He pitched a force. No, it wasn't. He pitched a Counterbalance as the middle thing. I know it's kind of small, and you saw a double blue card. It's a Counterbalance, though. Things are small. Magic Online's not great to look at. I mean, this game's looking pretty good for us. Being Terminus here? Sure. Germ be gone. 1, 2, 3. Return this. Play this. Play this. Magic. Whatevs. Whatevs. Good. There we go. God bless. Force this one. Force it, nerd. Trigger. 3U. Worth noting that this Inferno Titan would have been better as a Godo or another Batterskull this game. Is that a shirt? Force it, nerd, right? If this was a Batterskull or a Godo, we'd be winning this game by a lot. As is now, we're going to continue to play Magic. God, are we getting to attack? No, we're getting plowed. We're definitely like 10 to 1 getting plowed here, right? Just like he's had everything else. I guess we could get Terminus, too. Oh, jeez. Is he dead? Is he dead? Snapcaster block, sure. Spin your top, little boy. Spin, spin, spin. Spin, spin, spin. Spin, spin, spin. We're getting Terminus. Doo-da, doo-da. We're getting Terminus. Do-da-da-day. Boom, ba-dum, bum. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. Yep. It's just kind of frustrating that the first game that we cut back to 2 Inferno Titans, we immediately lose a game where Inferno Titan would have won if it had been the other thing. And like we're still in this game. Like he's out of forces. We could like sneak attack or something here. He has another top in hand. Okay, that makes sense. So he's dead to sneak attack. Three more petals so we can cast the Griselbrand, right? I've hardcast World Spineworm before. I have not hardcast Griselbrand. Meaning clicked? I'm assuming this is a click. He's letting us keep everything. That's unfortunate. This is 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're 2 mana away from Emrakul. Unfortunately, this click's going to hit us, and then we are no longer that close. You can stop looking at my hand and let me keep them. Hardcast Emrakul can be Terminus, though. Believe it or not. What are you even thinking about? Are you thinking about taking my Lotus Petal away? Is that even a thing? Maybe you just like had to run to the bathroom? At least we're up a game. Oh. Doesn't have counterspell on top of his deck. We still got outs to win next turn. We've already burned one of our sudden shocks, so we don't have a lot of interaction for this Vendilion Clique. He's got a lot of looks for counter magic, though, too. He's got the top of his deck, plus a shuffle look at 3 more. I guess we technically have a couple of draws, but it's not looking good for our hero. Well, you know. This one. Cast this one. Well, at least he wants to Terminus us. It gets rid of his click. Seriously, there's a Terminus on top of his deck? Yeah, okay. Okay. What is this game? I can't even. What is this game? What a silly game. What a silly game. What a strange game. The only winning move is not to play. Oh. Alright, you know. Do this one. One is not none. 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 This is my song. This is my song. This is my song. I sing the song of my people. The song of my people. One is not none. One is not none. Come on. Come on. Just miss. Just have 3 lands on top of your decks. Just have 3 lands on top of your deck. Come on. Don't draw. Yeah, God bless you. Even if you plow me here, at least I get to use my lands again. Oh, come on. Die. 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 Yes! Oh, jeez. I didn't play the pedal. We lose the Spell Pierce? You're right. We lost a Flusterstorm, too. I should have played the pedal out. Yep. Yeah, I definitely should have done that. Well, I don't think we deserve anything, but it was definitely hard fought. I'm gonna tweet a picture of that graveyard. That was wonderful. We're gonna run a quick commercial, and then we will be back for some more Legacy Magic. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Yeah, I hope everyone who's stateside has a good holiday. It's a good holiday this weekend. And if you're not on stateside, hope you have a good weekend anyways, you know, all that jazz. No match for mono red Godo worm deck. Roar. Yep. Matches like that are why I'm glad I record. I've been really bad, and I haven't been breaking up, stopping, and starting the recording. I'm going to have to download this in a 24-hour chunk and cut through it in my video editor tomorrow. How much text did you play in World of War? We're definitely going to close out with Immortals, and I think we had about 5.5 or 6 hours in the middle. Probably going to do like the last, let's say 5 to 6 hours as Hex. Give it a good a good shake at about half the stream, and there will be more. I don't know. We're probably gonna play Magic Online until I get fed up with Legacy. Inferno Fist, right? Just like random extra card with Inferno at its name. When is Hex? Why is Hex better? Well, Hex has, on top of being a... Magic is a fun and interesting card game with deep and complex lines. Hex is also a fun and interesting card game with deep and complex lines. And Hex's digital client is fantastic because it is a game that is built with digital in mind instead of digital as an afterthought. You're right. I did promise that we'd Belch at some point during this stream. So after, maybe we'll run Big Red through this league, we'll run Belcher through a league, and then we'll switch over back to Hex. I am still at it. In fact, we're going to be still at it for another 8 hours and 33 minutes. You know, Ravenor, I don't actually think Sunsoul Phoenix is that good. I've been playing a version of the deck without it, and it seems... I've never been a huge fan of Phoenix. Does this kill faster than Batterskull? Since 2 combats. Equipped creature gets +1. Equipped creature deals combat damage. That's funny, Klutz. The problem, Klutz, is we want Batterskulls to be good when we draw them on their own. Awesome, RG. All the Magic players in the audience, you might have caught word that I'm done streaming Magic Online after this event. That is true. What you also might not know, though, is that starting this week on Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a live Paper Magic stream weekly on this stream. We're going to do it for all of July. And if the viewer numbers are good and the YouTube archives have good numbers, we're going to keep doing that for the foreseeable future with myself and Mapamonte and some other people that we travel with. Yeah, Ravenor, if you look below the stream, I've got all those buttons. Click the Hex Decks button and look at my McBombus list. Dragonus77 with the host. Thank you. Phoenix is good when you have 3 on turn 3. You're not wrong. You could have 3 on turn 2, too, with Scorches. I would like to play first. Look at that. We want a die roll. It's a good first play. This is literally a turn 1 Gristlebrand. We just go 1, 2, 3, 5 Breach Gristlebrand. Okay. Nice, K-Smith. Alright, no force, and this game should be over. If they have force, we get like... If they have force, we get Forfeitude, and we just move on with our life. Try again later. This is why Seething Song is not good against Force of Will decks, because my opponent has force here. They're going to get to trade, all of these cards for their force. We're on the play, so Spell Pierce isn't going to be good enough. Come on, just F6. Just F6. Yeah, he's F6'd. That one. Draw some cards. Draw some cards. Do I have enough fast mana? I've only got 1, 2 more fast mana. Combat attack. Draw some cards. I'm gonna go Lotus Petal, Lotus Petal, Got 2 mana monkeys here. I did not play sports growing up. I could Blood Moon on 1. Blood Moon on 1 is probably better than Chalice on 1, right? Blood Moon on 1 takes 1 less resource, though. So if I Blood Moon on 1, it takes 1, 2, 3, and the next turn I only have 4 mana and can't kill my opponent. Okay, we're just gonna Chalice, so that way we can sneak attack next turn. So let's organize my hand and cards I want to keep. I want sneak attack. I'll take an Emrakul and a World Spine Worm, maybe a Blood Moon. I think I want a Through the Breach. I definitely want a City of Traders. Don't have a... Oh, yeah, there's a Breach. Okay. So, Batterskull might also be okay. No, I have a Godo. Yeah, I have a Godo, and there's a second Batterskull on my deck. Let's go ahead and move to discard here. Moon now, we died at 2x Bolt. Alright, so I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so I'm going to definitely binning these down here. Let's just discard our way through these. Yeah, play the Chalice. Yeah, Chalice seems like the safer play. Let's discard the Batterskull. Probably don't need the Blood Moon. Don't need that. Don't need the Inferno Titan. Yeah, let's get rid of the Mountain. That's fine. Yeah, I probably should have kept the Mountain and discarded another fatty. I don't know. It probably just doesn't matter. Hopefully my opponent doesn't like combo me back, but we'll see. Just no play. Manaless Dredge. No play unless you're... Why do I do so bad? I mean, my win rate online is not that awful. I'm probably right around 60% online. People often ask me what I think of streaming while playing Magic, or playing Magic while streaming. Playing Magic while streaming is the most difficult Magic you will ever play. There's a lot going on. Captain James with the second month resub. Thank you for that continued support, mate. I do appreciate it. Welcome back for another month. Thank you for the re-upping. Yeah, I'm not sure why you would show me Eye of Ugin there. You're very dead. I drew 21 cards. So what's not good in this matchup? Chalice of the Void's not good in this matchup. Shattering Spree is fine. Magus of the Moon is great. I want Pyromancy in this matchup. Probably not. Shattering Spree seems okay. What do you think? Shattering Spree or Pyromancy? Any thoughts, fam? Because the Chalice has definitely come out. I don't think Revoker is particularly good. I mean, he could be playing Eye as a diversionary tactic. He could be on the stupid 12-post deck, but Blood Moon's still good. Pyromancy? I mean, I don't really think we care about... Like, they can't board in Ensnaring Bridge against us. Even if we did, Pyromancy technically beats Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, I think Pyro's better than Spree too. I agree. Sometimes they have, like, Thorns and stuff, but, like, really, those cards don't generally matter against us. I guess Chalice on 0 can occasionally be annoying, but... Let's just play out our things aggressively. Pyro actually ends the game. And, like, Pyro can actually be, like, a defensive measure, too. Like, if we can't kill them with it, we can, like, shoot down Thought-Knot Seers and Reality Smashers. Yeah, Eldrazi had Sphere of Resistance and Thorn in the board, usually, and neither of those are particularly great against us. Yep. And you have to remember, I've got super split personality. In addition to having talking to the few hundred of you that are in chat and the 20 or so that are active, I am keeping an eye on OBS and making sure my frames aren't dropping. Making sure my preview looks okay. A lot of times I'm responding to social media messages and checking Twitter and Facebook. I've been mostly ignoring Twitter and Facebook during this 24-hour stream because it's getting long and it's a little bit harder to focus when I'm playing for this long. It definitely depends on how well you know the deck, for sure. A lot of the times, especially when I'm playing one of the more stock Kiki chord lists, I can autopilot through the sequencing and a lot of the sequencing in that deck for sure. We're going to close out the stream with some Hex, so probably about 2.5-ish hours from now, we're going to slide back over to Hex. We had some Magic to start, Hex in the middle, and then we're going to close out with Hex. This hand is not great. We just need some... Blood Moon's fine. We got 2 pair with a Sneak Attack Kicker. If I guaranteed we were going to draw lands, I'd keep this, but there's no guarantees in Magic. And this hand's great. Turn 1 Blood Moon. Sign me up. I wear shorts most of the time. I think I'm gonna put Boyle. I think I'm gonna put Boyle in after the league. The Pyroblast has been really mediocre, and I hadn't thought of Boyle. And I really want one card to just shit down the throat of Miracles. And Boyle sounds like that card. It is. Look at that, Cherry Coke. We're about halfway through. Do you want to land? I don't think I want to land. We have 3 of them already. Turn 1 Thorn's gonna be annoying. Well, I hope he chalices me. That would be great. Turn 1 Thorn. Annoying. Your Sneak Attack. Okay, let's play this. I don't want to play out the Ancient Tomb right away because we could get Wastelanded. He could Thought Not Seer us this turn, which would be annoying. But, not the end of the world. I did not order Domino's again. I came prepared this time. I wasn't planning on a 24-hour stream last time, and this time my wife and I went to the store yesterday and got soda and some snacks and stuff. Come on, don't Thought Not Seer me. One time. Just pass the turn. Come on. Have a heart. It's not like I turned 1 to you last time. Oh, now it's a Thought Not Seer. I can feel it. Nope, it's just an XX. It's just an XX, right? It's a bet. Yeah, you play that 4/4. You do it. You play that 4/4, opponent. This might be too slow. Because we need to draw another land and a fatty. And we've got 3 draws. We need a fatty and 3 draws or a land. Kovacs releases white-bordered cards soon. Do you think Esper control? Nope. I think control decks without Lightning Bolt and Modern probably aren't that good. Alright, that's going to be a little too slow probably. Actually, this is just too slow even, right? We take 6 down to 8. Okay, assuming he plays nothing else this game and we draw land fatty, we could be okay here. So we're going to 8 here, play land, go to 2, die. Okay, yeah, it's just too slow. We need Seething Song this turn. Yeah. Play this out. We're going to 2. I'm pretty sure we're just drawing dead at this point. Oh, the Lotus Petal might give us an out. No, we go to 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just straight dead at this point. Good clock from the opponent. I guess I could draw... No, yeah, straight nothing. See one more card out of the opponent. Okay. See, that's good to know about. My opponent boarded in Helm Rest in Peace combo. I don't think it really changes anything we're doing, though, so... Wiggling Worm would not do it because my opponent had a Thorn of Amethyst in play, so the sneak attack costs 5, which is unfortunate. If the sneak attack only cost 4, Wiggly Worm would do it, but the cost costing 5. Howdy, King Steven. We are. We had a donation goal and we hit it. How does Trinisphere interact with Ayavugan? I think Trinisphere wins. I want to say Trinisphere wins, but I'm not a judge. And even if Trinisphere wins in paper, who knows which one wins on Magic Online, you know? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Spree seems better. Yeah, I guess if we would have had a Shattering Spree there, it would have been better than the Pyromancy. That's fair. It would have enabled, if we would have had Shattering Spree there, it would have enabled us to have live outs there. I'm pretty sure Trinisphere always wins. And then apply 3 ball. Okay, that's what I thought. Man, I can't get over how good the Sapphire Shard looks as the subscriber icon. It's so much better. The bird was so hard to make out, and this just looks so crisp and sharp. What's wrong with Esper? Like, the Esper just doesn't have the efficient removal spells and threats that the other cards do, the other decks do in Modern. Those were the days. Come on, opponent. What are we waiting on? Nuts hand. What does this hand do? It's got 4 mana on turn 2. I think we can do better than this. Doesn't do anything till turn 3. Yeah, you have to mulligan this too. Well, this hand has all the mana. This hand's looking for one of our 6 drops or a Better Skull. I'm gonna bottom that. This hand's not good. Peace, Klets. Have a good night. And then my opponent brought in Leyline of the Void against us because they have Helm of Obedience in their deck, so they can, like, turn 2 combo us, technically. Alright, that was what you could call a good draw. Still want to draw a Godo or an Inferno Titan. Probably should have played the Lotus Petal last turn. Just to get it out there. I punted that match to you, Klutz, so you could increase your ego. I didn't want you to feel bad about yourself and your poopy little Wild Diamond deck. I wanted you to feel good about your Infinite Tricks. Just going to play this out in advance. We're going to wait at least 1 to 2 turns here. We could draw through the breach or a sneak attack now, since we drew the fattiest of boom booms. If opponent has the other half of their combo in their hand, though, the Helm of Obedience, we could get milled out in a few turns, though. We'll see. Hopefully we just like be a professional and draw the through the breach next turn. Like I said, I am a professional Magic player, in case you're wondering. This is how you get that title. Sing a song, a seething song, bo da 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 da, dun 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 dun, ba da dun 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 dun. This is the seething song. The wiggliest of all of the worms. Oh no! Oh! Oh! Oh, that's so sad. When it dies, it doesn't die. Oh, jeez, the tech. And I'll bet you he's got the other part of his combo, too. Oh, jeez, I'm such a noob. I'm such a noob. Oh, no. Oh, no, fatty. Oh, man. Huh. That's rough. I am still number one in the leaderboard. I'm number one by a good margin. And by a good margin, I mean like 7 points. No, it's more than 7 points now. They updated that stuff already, right? I picked up 10 points. I am in first by 17 points. Right, I was 7 points before, and then I gained 10. We could lose now. I'm going to sneak in Spirit Guide and block the Eldrazi Mimic. Take his clock off the table. Because I think if I played the Spirit Guide, he wouldn't attack. And like any fatty kills him at this point, even Godo does it. It was a sneak attack. It was an ambush. It was like the little goblins here in the picture, like attacking the dragon. That was basically what it was. Sneaky, sneaky. Snicker. I just didn't think this interacted with us, and then it made our Wiggly Worm worse. That Wiggly Worm was way worse than an Emrakul, because Emrakul would have locked this game up. We would have we just hard cast the Spirit Guide afterwards, and then, oof. Player of the Year on the SCG Tour gets 3 buys at every open next year, along with free entry at every one of those opens. Oh, this is unfortunate. Oh, it's just an endless one. Okay, sure. So you got 4 draws. It's not one of them. Wiggly Worm's better turn 1 on the play. It's often better turn 1 on the draw as well, turn 1 to turn 2, because it leaves behind 15 power, so it's a single threat that deals a full 20 points of damage. Whereas Emrakul on the first turn, especially on the play, it's just like 15 shot you. Oh, geez, he drew another one. That sucks. All right, well, this is it. Our one last shot. It's your chance to roll. Yay! Well, that's a little awkward. Oh, wait. I can play this. Oh, this is hilarious. We haven't done this in a while. Let's put Godo into play. Fetch the Batterskull, and then equip the Batterskull to Godo. Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah. Taste it. Taste it. Oh, baby. Ride the horse. Ride the horse. Oh, Godo and his batteriest of all the skulls. The skull is coming for you. Ha! Ha! Big red Stoneforge Mystic. No, it's Godo. Godo come crush. Godo attack again. Godo crush. Crush. Excellent. Dead. Alright, good. Glad we got that in there. Godo riding the Batterskull into bed. I'll hop in the car and run him over. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Excellent. There's still 650 people here? Y'all are the best. Good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you may be. I'm getting a feeling we're getting into the good mornings over across the pond. If it's your first time by the stream, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a professional Magic the Gathering player, and here on this channel, we stream Constructed Magic and Constructed Hex TCGs. You're in the almost to the third portion of my 24-hour stream here. They got that timer counting down in the lower left-hand corner. Got 8 hours left in this bad boy. We're currently playing some Legacy. We're going to play some more Legacy matches, and then we're going to switch back over to Hex TCG to close out the stream. So thank you, everyone, for choosing to hang out while we're here. I know there's a lot of different things you could be doing, different people you could be watching. So thanks for being on this stream here. If you're enjoying the content here, I'd appreciate if you show that support with the follow or sub buttons below the stream. At the end of the stream, we're going to be doing a giveaway for my wonderful subs. It's got some sweet foils in it. You can find information to that on my blog on jeffhoagland.com. There's a link being posted in chat. 9:22 a.m. in the Netherlands. Well, welcome. Good morning to the Netherlands. Godo, the banditiest of all of the warlords. Oh, Maddie. Oh, Maddie, you so silly, Maddie. $3:30 in Boston. It's 2:30 here. What is a good combo control deck for Legacy? Reanimator. Reanimator's the best. It's very, very good. Play Reanimator if you want a combo control deck. Eldritch Evolution is fantastic. In fact, Eldritch Evolution is probably going to be the focus, so there's a good chance to plug this. I meant to, but I'm tired, so I forgot. Starting this week on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is going to be a little late for you people in the Netherlands and the UK, so you'll be able to catch the archive on my YouTube channel the following day. We're going to be streaming live Paper Magic playtesting here on this channel, and that's going to be awesome because we're going to be able to test cards from the new set as proxy cards, before they'd ever be on Magic Online or anything like that. So we're going to be testing Eldritch Evolution most likely in Standard and Modern this coming Wednesday for our first kickoff Paper Magic stream, and we're going to do our best to integrate chat. It's going to be an experience. I've done pre-recorded YouTube content as Paper Magic streams before, but interacting with a live audience should be fun and interesting while we do. We're going to try and do some commentary while we do all of that. So the other things we do on this channel, as I mentioned, Hex TCG, which is a fully digital TCG, and we stream that twice a week here. So if you're interested in that, I stream that every Tuesday and Thursday starting around noon Central Standard Time. We go for 5 or 6 hours depending on how the kids are and what my wife has planned. So I stream minimum of 3 days a week. I also travel to play a lot of Magic. So if you're going to be at any of the SCG tour stops this year, you'll likely see me there. Feel free to come up and say hello. Love to meet people, sign cards, and play mats and all that jazz. Say anything about Kiki Cord and Eldritch Evolution. Eldritch Evolution could be really good in Kiki Cord. It might even just replace Cord. I'm just going to have to try it out, though. Just want to flash it back with Dark Dollars. Unfortunately, it exiles itself. They thought about people like you. Yep, I understand, Smurfykins. I appreciate your new sub, and welcome to all the other new subs. Y'all are the best, and welcome back to all of... We had Deathly Fiend, 10-month resub. He's been subbing since when this stream was just like, no audio, it was just music, and me playing Magic silently. It was great. We started that way back when. We're 2-0 in this Legacy League. Let's queue on the next one. I think you mean, you're not wrong. I damage a lot of cards. Okay, so the thing you have to understand about Wizards of the Coast, and that's why and this is why I'm genuinely worried about the future that Magic has available to it, is Wizards of the Coast is comically bad at everything that isn't designing Magic cards. It's just the truth. They're comically bad. If it's not designing Magic cards, they're probably bad at it. That's just how it is. No force. Game over. Has the force. That's why we let on the Ancient Tomb here. Because if he has the force, we don't want to have to sacrifice the City of Traders when we play our next land. Force, pitching force. I do have a lot of Anticipates to sign. Maybe I should get the box out and start signing them in between rounds while we're waiting here. I use the Jeff Mix on my Pandora station all the time. It's great. I don't know how I feel about this Thoughtseize. Most of our hand is bad at this point. Losing the Batterskull makes sense. Mountain's great. Wouldn't mind drawing a Seething Song or another mountain next turn. Come for the Musagic, stay for the karaoke. Yep, that was back on a different channel even. Manipulate Fate. So opponent's playing Food Chain. We played against this person earlier, right? I don't know, his exile zone's right here, so this is definitely Food Chain. So this card searches my opponent's library for 3 cards and exiles them and then draws a card. Mist Hologrifton is a 3/3 4-drop that you can cast from exile. I'm going to play this, that way if we draw any red source, we can cast Inferno Titan next turn. Yeah, having to pay $150 to go to a Pro Tour makes an event that's already insanely negative EV even worse EV. Yep. Let the Mist Hologriffins begin. Want to buy Through the Breach or a red source. Alright. I really wish they would have come in the other order, but you know, whatever. Beggars can't be choosers, etc. Let's play this. I'm going to kill his Deathrite Shaman with this one, so that way he can't exile the Mist Hologriffins after they die. Yeah, but it's not even just a plane ticket, Maddie. It's like a plane ticket plus it's like that, plus your passport from here, plus your cost of a hotel and staying there in another country. Like, I don't know what Australia's prices are, but like, you know, a lot of the places the PT has are like destination locations where hotels are outrageously expensive. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the 4th map. We're still going to set everything up tomorrow, right? Well, WotC pays for the plane ticket. Oh, that's infinite, right? My opponent now has infinite mana. They just need their other piece. So Food Chain plus Mist Hologrifton is infinite mana. You exile a creature to Food Chain, and you get mana equal to its casting cost plus 1. So we'll see if he's got his Emrakul here. Wizards, I'm pretty sure, only pays for the hotel for Platinum and Gold Pros, but if someone else knows that differently, go ahead and correct me on that. Oh, is he just making enough to... I think he's just making enough to cast all 3 Mist Hologriffins, which is fine. Alright, so... he has something else in his hand. I wish I could concede. This is so much worse than paper magic. You just like flip your hand and be like, what do you have? Am I dead? Sure, you have a Gurmag Angler. I get it. God, his crappy creatures are way bigger than my crappy creature. Attempting to make it. Nope. No plans to attempt to make it on a Pro Tour. Actual none. Attack with this. Kill this dork. Eldritch Evolution could possibly replace Cord. Do you want to block? Do you want to block? Hi ho the Cheerio, do you want to block? Oh. Turn off auto yields. Okay. Well, this on today's episode of Things That Went Better Than Expected. That's 511, right? Yep, trade. It's games like that that make me glad that I record all of these things. Sure, man. That's fine. Alrighty. We were dead next turn, so we were actually going to draw pretty well here, but we were dead next turn. Phyrexian Revoker stops food chain, right? Anyone? Bueller? Phyrexian Revoker stops food chain? I'm pretty sure that's the case. Food chain's an activated ability. Yep. Alright, yeah, I think that's all I want. Yep, sign me up. Worker bot's a hex bot. It's not a magic bot. Force me. I have no idea what disruption I'm playing around. He could very well have spell pierces and stuff like that. He could have dazes. I'm not really familiar with what food chain plays. And as we've learned, there's always a force in their top 10 cards. So, you know, just like jam and then jam again and then jam again and jam again. Jam. God, he'd have been so dead. No, we're not sticking to magic. We're going to be magic and hex. We already did a hex chunk. We're going to close out with a hex chunk as well. Food chain often runs misdirection. Sure. Howdy, Durfiend. Looking for a sneak attack again. Yeah, man. Pick your poison. Pick your favorite. Pick your favorite. You picked the wrong opponent. Overwatch doesn't work on Linux, as far as I'm aware. little late. I mean, this card doesn't die to Swords to Plowshares or Abrupt Decay. It's like unkillable in Legacy. Does he have his namesake in 20 cards? I can only assume. Yep. F6, let him do his thing. You can terminus it. That's fair. And you can just manipulate, fade him out again, though. Among the 4 people that play this deck about the thing. You're right, the feeling, Ed. That is a thing, isn't it? Why didn't I Chalice for 3? Because I fucked up. This should be on 3. You're completely correct. I don't ever play EDH. We could Chalice. I honestly did. I thought this card cost 4. Welcome to Legacy. We learned something. That's good. Literally just untap all of his Griffins. GG, opponent. So even if I do put this on the right thing here, we're just bricking off for a while, so it doesn't really matter. I'll run a quick commercial, and then we'll be back. We'll be back with the next match here. We're gonna finish this out. Waiting to queue, hi-ho the chariot, waiting to queue. I'd probably be driven to drink if I tried to play EDH. So we're just not going to do that. Ugh. A mono bugged card list. It's like all the cards that don't work on Magic Online. Substitute for 3 heat waves in the board. Electrofry is a lot cheaper. You can play that. You could also just like hope to dodge the rabbits. Depending on what deck you're playing, Heatwave's probably not even that good. I don't think Heatwave is that great against the Hierophant decks in the first place. You could just play something else entirely. Cleave is okay. Cleave's very good against the Prophecy Burn deck. It's better than Heatwave, I think. Depending on what your champion is yet again. Alright, so we just got to bet 50% in these last two matches to get our fun bucks back from this league. I guess the fun bucks don't really matter though, right? I'm mostly done. Although, I want to play a league with Belcher. So I want these fun bucks back so I can play this league with Belcher and not have it cost me money. Okay. Oh, and I need to file for comp for the last competitive Modern league we played through because Wall of Roots is still broken. I need to do that too. And then after... On Tuesday, I get to get all these cards together and return the stuff I borrowed to Card Hoarder and then sell all this Magic Online stuff. Welcome back, Echoes. We're going to finish this league with Big Red. We're going to play a league with Belcher, and then we're going to play Hex. That's the plan. 2 more with Big Red, 5 with Belcher, Hex. So however long that takes. If these don't take forever to queue, we'll probably be done with Legacy in an hour and a half or so. Yeah, side game like Diablo 2. If these just wouldn't take forever to queue, that would be great. Or Super Mario. Damaging anticipates. I should do that, shouldn't I? I don't think I have a Sharpie anywhere. Yeah, I might need to get a Sharpie. Yeah, I don't really own a lot of cards in Magic Online. It's basically just like these 200 tickets that I have here that need to be sold, and then I own Kiki Cord. I own most of Kiki Cord. I don't own the Nahiris or the Emrakul. I haven't, Matt. We figured we could talk about that on the 4th. Did they fix? No, they haven't fixed. They haven't fixed crap. Oh, I do have your Sharpie somewhere. I don't know where that is. You kidding me? Nah, I can borrow stuff from Card Hoarder if I need to. And Magic Online isn't good practice for a tournament, so you don't even want to cheat yourself with that delusion. That's part of the reason I'm so excited about paper testing. Getting actual testing in while I'm getting Magic streaming in sounds wonderful. Is the goal to make the mountains? That was the goal. We've even got this nice little full art foil in here alongside all of our different white bordered new and old border mountains. I feel like we did a great job of making our mountains truly hideous. We've been paired. Maybe we're going to play. My opponent has to click the join match button. Hopefully it's not one of these same 3 people we've already played against. Even money that it's one of these same 3 people we've already played against. Even Stevens. MTG, Taka, Midnight, TKC. Ooh, we got a new one. Sweet. The old 2100 GP Charlotte Pair Downs. Won a coin flip. That's sad. If this was an Ancient Tomb or a City of Traders, this hand would be the nut. Unfortunately, we have to mulligan. The old turn 1 Blood Moon with no lands. YOLO. Top. Watch my opponent be playing like Belcher or Merfolk, and this hand just doesn't do anything. That's the bed we lie in sometimes. It was too much for Magic Online. It just can't handle it. It just so for someone who just asked, is it that bad? I present Exhibit 274C. Just take a quick picture and reload it. So for anyone wondering, I love the validation in my decisions to stop playing. Like people ask me, is it really that bad? I'm like, you really have to spend some time playing it. You really have to spend some amount of time playing it. I just can't make this shit up. I wish I was just super obnoxious and making this shit up. I really do. Do I have these cryptic symbols in the screenshot? I do. Good. Don't you dare play a basic land. Don't you dare. It resolved. It did resolve. Oh, come on. How is that even fair? No, this is not because of Linux. So Magic Online barely runs on Windows. I have a Windows virtual machine dedicated just for running Magic Online. This is Magic Online in all of its natural glory running on native Windows 7. Opponent chose not to shuffle. That's probably not good for me. Oh, you know what? I probably should have slid this out in 0. It looking like the opponent's on Storm. It's very possible I should have slid this out in 0. Watch me just go like pedal LED tutor kill us this turn. Yeah, that's probably... Sneak Attack's actually one of our better non-mana source draws here, because we needed an enabler for this fatty. It's fairly high. The price on MTGO cards is fairly liquid because there's no damaging or anything like that. I think it's like 80, yeah, just punted. Yep. Dead, and could have been not dead with this. It's going to kill us from 4 cards. Mulligan to 4 this game? At least this league's free now, too. Man, just wouldn't have... Yep, just wouldn't... Yep. So again, this is actually a mistake I made. So the last open I played this deck in, I lost to Storm twice, and both times I lost to Storm, I would have beaten them if I would have played a Chalice out sooner on 0, or if I just would have played a Chalice on 0 instead of 1. I would have won. I would have won both my matches against Storm. I just need to. This is a good reminder that needs to happen. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're dead. Trinispheres in, Friction Revoker in, Pyroblast in, Magus of the Moon in, Godo, Batterskull out. Well, I don't really love Blood Moon. I'm actually kind of torn on Blood Moon. Do I want this in this matchup? I feel like maybe I do. It's between Blood Moon and Seething Song. I think I want the songs for the turn 1 kills. Yeah, my time is Central Standard Time. No, I think we're done with Modern. We're going to play out some more Legacy, and then we're going to play some Hex. I don't have my Modern tournament coming up for a while. In fact, I think if I scrub the Legacy Open with Big Red, I'm probably going to play the Standard Open. Standards... Modern's much like Legacy in that it's fairly high variance. It's more matchup dependent variance, but it's pretty high variance. This hand's great, right? Yeah, I want to keep this. Gonna not make the mistake I made last time. Just go boop, boop. Magus of the Moon, Chalice on 0, go. Need to play those on 0 more, especially when I have a moon out. And this makes me wonder, again, if I should have, especially on the play, maybe if I should have all the moons in. God, that makes me want to have the moons in on the play. Or, I guess we're on the draw now. It makes me just want to have the moons in, period, though, right? Like, Chalice plus moon is really good. I just feel like if we don't have the Chalice, we don't... I guess Revoker plus moon is also good, like Revoker Petal. I'm going to give this a try. I'm not sure which is right. I feel like I should be mulliganing for a Chalice or a Trinisphere. Or a Phyrexian Revoker. Or a turn 1 play. I guess this is a turn 1 Magus of the Moon, but that's kind of slow. We got 21 minutes. Would anyone keep this hand? Thoughts? People that have been watching Big Red for a while. The cans you keep with this deck are definitely the most important part of it, for sure. What do we think? I don't think Magus is good enough in this matchup. I feel like if this was like a 6, I'd keep a turn 1 Magus of the Moon with a Scry. But I feel like it's 7. I think it's close. I think on the draw I'm not supposed to keep it. He could just like probe therapy us and the hand just doesn't do anything. Yeah, and Storm. Yeah, I think so. I think we're just supposed to mulligan. I think between their fetches. Yeah, this hand is good. This hand's great. Actually, it has 2 different pieces of disruption they have to answer, and we get a Scry. And he knows we're on moons. Yep. I'm gonna bottom this. I'd much rather find a Soul Land to turn 1 Trinisphere, or another Petal or a Spirit Guide. I think even if this hand isn't gross, it's probably still a good choice. So the nut here is a soul land. Seriously, we're dead? Oh, duress. Good. That's fine. Pick your favorite. Probably takes the chalice since there's a transfer for next turn. He chose to shuffle, so using 2 cards to duress this is probably really good for us. Yeah, we won game 2. He conceded on 1. We went turn 1, Magus of the Moon, chalice for 0, go, and he conceded. Inferno Titan. Okay. Well, we could die next turn. He's only on 4 cards, but we could definitely die. I think 4 is the minimum number of cards. He's playing this out because he knows we have the Trinisphere in hand. Yeah, I'm going to play the Trinisphere. We'll hit another mana source at some point and play the Magus of the Moon. The upside to playing the Magus is that it's a clock. You can start beating him down, but the Trinisphere turns off my opponent's cantrips. I guess, okay, this gave him a chance to... Yeah, kind of punished. Like, he'd be locked out here. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to play the Magus there because he missed a land drop. And like we'd have attacked him for 6 by now, and he'd be at 14, making his ad nauseums worse. Okay, imagine a world where these are Seething Songs. In a world where these are Seething Songs, the game ends when we hit our 3rd land. Because that's quite literally what these were in game 2. These were Seething Songs. I'm gonna fetch a Swamp out. Yep. So just sloppy mistakes. Our opponent should be at like 10 right now or 9. That's hopefully the game. Unless he has Echoing Truth or Hurkyl's Recall. Alright, kill me next turn. I don't think you can. Sweet. Squad goals. Sweet. 3-1. Yeah, I think the Storm matchup's much better with Big Red than it is with Sneak and Show. Yeah, definitely. I agree. Thanks, Tesmit. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Yopi was playing Ant. Oh, good. Is this a double match bug? Yeah, good. This is another great Magic Online feature. So my match has been opened twice in 2 different windows, and I have to restart Magic Online in order to not have it choke up and die. Thanks, Almost Bye. So we'll reload yet again. Didn't actually crash this time, but you know, might as well have. You've never seen that? Well, the double match bug is not specific to me. Several other people have posted it, so I am not special. God. This hand is 1 mana source, is a soul land away from being the nut. We might brick on land and die. I'm gonna try it. See what he does here. The most basic of islands. Delver. Basic island Delver. That's interesting. Maybe I should Chalice for 1-on-1. I don't know. We just like hit any mana source here and then we get to do our thing with the worm. The problem with playing Chalice for 1-on-1 here, I think if the plan is to play Chalice for 1-on-1 with this hand, you should just mulligan, because then we need to run off so many more mana sources. Maybe we should just hope Chalice on 1-for-1 is going to like win the game. You gonna daze me? I have to dodge daze and force out of a Delver deck, which can be tough. Wow, you're forcing pitching Stormchaser Mage. Interesting. Alright, so we know Blood Moon's not going to be particularly good. Always flips. Sweet. Second Delver. Seems good. Mana sources. Soul Land. Ancient Tomb. City of Traders. City would be great. Doesn't deal damage to us. Thanks, Sam. Alright, play this out now that he's already played a bunch of 1-drops. Probably gonna bolt my dome here. Yeah. See if we're lucky twice in a row. We are not, and it's just a beating. What in the world? What's the word on Sandstone Needle? I used to play them. I think I like not having them. I might play 1, but drawing 2 feels real bad. They generating storm count or what? Making sure Moto hits my trigger. Yeah, we're just. I think the daze means we're drawing dead. Yeah. Okay, so Blood Moon, at least some songs out. I think I want the Sudden Shocks, the Pyroblast, and the Kozilek's Return. And probably Trinisphere. Yeah, I'm going to bring in all 3 Trinispheres, especially on the play. Turn 1 Trinisphere on the play probably locks my opponent's deck out of the game. The fact that it's a Delver deck that Blood Moon's bad against means we have more room to bring in Trinisphere. I usually feel like I want the Trinispheres against the other Delver decks in the format, but Blood Moon's good against like the Bug and the Grixis Delver decks of the world. They generally don't have room for basics. Turn 1 Chalice for 1, Sudden Shock back up to kill a threat, even if he forces this. Seems okay. Opponent mulligan to 6, probably looking for that force, which I'm sure they found. Nope, no force. Okay, well, that's good for us. See if he's got Stormchaser Mage. No Stormchaser, that's good for us. I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this so we can play around days, and I'm going to play Chalice for 2. It counters our Sudden Shock, obviously, but we basically can't win the game if we have both of these, I believe. You know, like Smash to Smithereens this one? That would be bad. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Rough. Okay. Yep, good play, opponent. You had a sideboard card. It's unfortunate for me. Well, can't get days anymore, at least. Through the breach. Sneak attack. Through the breach. 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 This was the worst case scenario for playing out that Chalice the Void on 2, because now I can't Sudden Shock this Delver. I mean, I think the upside was worth it. Like, he's literally just locked out of the game if we have Chalice on 1 and Chalice on 2. Okay. Need 1 more mana for that. Can't get dazed at least. How lucky are we? Flusterstorm, sure. Don't care about that one. Counters through the breach, I guess. Looking for any mana source in the deck. Any mana source, we need Monada of a Force. Seems ambitious. He's seen a lot of cards by this point. Chalice does cover split second, as long as the trigger gets remembered. Alright, well, YOLO. Force, pitcher, Flusterstorm. If he... Oh, well, look at that. Well, sometimes you get them. I guess we can get bolted out. That's exactly what's happening. Okay. Good beats. Or attempting to happen. Maybe a Snapcaster Mage. Occasionally these decks play that card. Fire Blast. Sure. Good top deck.